Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BA'Hashem YAHAWASHI, BA'Hashem RAKAKWADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone. Shalom to my Akim, them who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawako coming at you with another lesson. John chapter 14, verse 6. Yahawashi saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So today's lesson is going to be on how there is literally absolutely no way to get out of the coming trouble, Jacob's trouble, the end of Babylon's reign, Esau's reign, whatever, except for YAHAWAH, BA'Hashem YAHAWASHI. And the inspiration to do this lesson comes from this great lesson here. I didn't get to finish the whole thing, but I was watching it, and he goes into, it's not even just him. Yes, he did go through so many good points, but he also even read some of the comments that basically further solidified the point in what is going on, basically. All right, which is the fact that there's so many women today that are now like, okay, well, now I'm starting to realize, like, I need a man. I need a man to protect me. I need a man for this and the third, or the fact that the women are even coming to their senses and acknowledging that that things are getting bad and trouble is on its way. Like, the end of this kingdom is on its way, and this is on a carnal perspective that women are coming to this realization. So now you have these women that are preppers, and one of the things that this brother had pointed out was that these people, these doomsday preppers, they are preparing all that stuff just for the elect. All right, with Lord willing, I and he is a part of that number. But let me get some of these things. I think, yeah, Luke chapter 12. Luke chapter 12. Luke chapter 12 verse 20. Luke chapter 12 verse 18. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take on ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But Yahweh said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? Okay, so as a result of that, it's just like we're in that state of stuff is not sweet right now. Stuff is not good. It's not nice. It's not gonna be nice. It's only going to get harder from here. And again, as I had previously stated, he basically went into how all you have these people that are, basically announcing, hey, yeah, I'm a doomsday prepper. I have all this stuff. By the way, the thing is that even let's just say, even with the elect, or not the elect, but for people like me, like, we don't have money. Like, you're literally not gonna gain anything, coming to us. But apparently he said that it's not that hard to find people, and it makes so much more sense to go after these people that are out here proclaiming to be doomsday preppers rather than anyone else, because when the time comes, you can literally just go to their location and then just take their stuff. And especially a woman like her, if she is literally by herself, not married, doesn't have any family, she's just living by herself, doomsday prepper, she literally has just hoed herself, because she's basically announcing to the world, I am by myself, and I have a bunch of freaking food and supplies and a generator or whatever all ready for me for when stuff goes down. So now you're gonna have some dude, what's it called? I think the best term he used was sex deprived creeps that are gonna go over to your place and take not just your stuff, but you as a freaking commodity. All right, this is the type of stuff that these women are basically putting themselves in. And the thing about that is that you are condemning yourself by participating in this society. And you have to understand, like, when I was a kid, I was taught never let people know what you have. Never announce your personal business and stuff like that. But because of the internet, people are so compelled to freaking announcing their stuff. All right, and the thing is, that's the thing. I have a relative that is getting married, and he texted me, I think last week or the week before that or 2 weeks ago. He texted me asking me. He literally just asked me, "Am I can I talk to you? Can you come over here? Can you come visit it or whatever?" And then I already knew, like, you're getting married, right? And then we didn't talk to each other for like a couple of months, and I literally already knew it simply because I saw on his social media. I saw on his social media that he is freaking he's announcing, "Oh, I got a girlfriend now. Oh, I got this. Or I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing that." And it's just like, okay, well, like, how was I able to freaking come to that conclusion? All right. And the thing is that he knew. He didn't even what's the word? He didn't even question how I knew. It's just that I guess people today, they expect people, because you want to try. The thing is that the funny thing about that is that some people actually like to give good news and stuff like that to the people that they know, that they're close knit family and stuff like that. They like to try say, "Hey, I have some good news. I want to tell you something, this, that, and third." But you can't tell that good news because it's so obvious with all the context clues and all the information that you're putting out there in public. Like, why would anyone not come to a conclusion? Why is it so easy for me to have this deductive reasoning into what you're doing if you are publicizing your life story, your life choices, and all your stuff out there like that? It's like, okay, like, anyway, but yeah, like that's another thing. So you're saying, "Oh yeah, I have this Ferrari, I'm at this thing," and that was another thing where there's literally kidnappings going on with women. Okay, women that are going out here and publicizing, "Oh, we just checked in at the motel, whatever it's what's that called? The DoubleTree Hotel, I think that's what it's called. That's one of the big the DoubleTree Hotel, I think one of the biggest hotel services and whatnot. We just checked in, and then they can just go to the general vicinity and see how many hotels they are, and some creeper can just go and check each and every single one of those, and then try to catch you at night. It's literally that simple because of how easily people make it to search. It's how easy people give information to narrow down the search of where a person is. Okay, that's why you shouldn't be going out here and posting your stuff on the internet. And that's why I don't post anything on the internet. As a matter of fact, one of my friends had posted. One of my friends had tried finding me. He was trying to find me for many years after a friend from school that he was trying to find me for the longest time, trying to talk to me, and he just said, I just couldn't find him. I couldn't find you. I didn't know where your stuff, and you never put anything out there. And it's like, yeah, like I don't put any don't put anything out there. I try my best to stay as incognito as possible. But I'll admit, yeah, I think the closest thing that I do is really just make these videos, and I don't think I've ever posted anything. I imagine, but yeah, that's the thing. Like, so it's like people are just basically dumb, and this is another example of that. You have these, women that are making these terrible decisions in exposing their own vulnerabilities, their own supplies and stuff like that, for these people to take advantage of that. So yeah, it's not going to be a nice time. Now, John chapter 10 verse 9, I am the Lord, but I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. So this is another thing where, once again, it's only YAHAWASHI, only through the Spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, where we will find respite or deliverance. Okay, and the thing is that, once again, people are thinking that, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a doomsday prepper. But the thing is that, if you've seen some of these like, what's it called, movies, like, I forgot that one movie I did a video on, where the Leave the World Behind. All right, there was this one family that had a bunker and stuff like that. They had the bunker, a bunch of entertainment, and a bunch of food stored in for their stuff, and at their house. But they weren't at their house. They were gone. And that's the thing. The Lord, or Slakia, let me get that. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travaileth upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So we might be measuring and estimating the time, but we don't know the exact time. And the thing is that with rich people, or richer people, I'll say, not necessarily rich, but people that are like middle class, or have the funds to actually doomsday prep. For people like that, what they are basically doing, they are setting themselves up for failure, because should they be, oh yeah, I'm gonna go on a vacation, all right, should they have gone on a vacation in or whatever, they're just not going to be, they might not be home, because that's what happened in the movie Leave the World Behind, where the little girl that had gotten to that bunker, the only reason why she was able to be there was because the people, the family wasn't there. They had left for vacation that during that time, and when all the stuff was happening, with all I think it was a war or something, I could be wrong about that, I don't remember the details, but when they left left on vacation, they couldn't they could not get back. There was no way to get back to their place that they set up, and then now someone else is, or that little girl, it was enjoying all the stuff, eating up their food and doing all that stuff. It's like, okay, well, it's not for you anymore. And that's spiritual, because I think they were, what's it called, the family of the little girl, I think they were Christians. I think, keyword think, don't quote me on that, but I think they were Christians. I think the girl had said that before she left, that you have to go and get something. That's about the story with the rich man, not the rich man, the man that was sent 3 boats or whatever to be saved, and he didn't take any of them and stuff like that. She used that as an analogy to go out by herself, even though that in and of itself is very stupid. If a little girl went out like that, she would just be a prey, and that is not smart at this in the slightest. All right, anyway, but yeah, you get the picture. The analogy is still there, where the Lord allows these rich people or whatever to make these underground bunkers, and then it's for the people of faith, or the children of faith, the children of YAHAWASHI, to be led to said bunker, because you never know which family member actually has which family member, or not family member, but which family or which house or whatever actually partakes in that whole underground bunker doomsday prepping stuff. Okay, maybe you have a family in your neighborhood, maybe you don't have a family in your neighborhood or whatever that's doing all that stuff, but still, it's just the fact that the Lord is going to guide you and take care of you if you are of the elect. All right, now continuing on. Yeah, we read this. So yeah, basically, yeah, this is a very big thing, and ultimately, we, in order to be worthy of, or attempt to be worthy of the mercy of, oh yeah, the Lord's going to give us an underground bunker so we don't have to go salvaging for food. What we have to do is we get right with YAHAWAH, and that's where the thing comes into play. Okay. And that's where faith comes into play. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 13. Yea, before the day was I am he, and there is none that can deliver out of my hand. I will work, and who shall let it? And that's the thing, where if you have all these different people that say, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna trust in my underground bunker to save me. I'm gonna trust in my husband to save me. I'm gonna trust in a bunch of men to save me. I'm gonna trust in the government to save me. Like, we have all these different avenues, okay? And these different avenues are people's saving grace, okay? I just like to use that term. They're saving grace, but in actuality, if the Lord decides you are one of the people that I want to die in this destruction because you did not choose to repent, okay, then that means that you're going to be destroyed. There's absolutely no saving. Okay, you could do all these doomsday prep. You could have all this martial arts training. You could do all this gun training. You could do all this, all these different procedures and whatnot. But it literally did not mean anything at the end, because you had that family in the movie that was prepared. They had all the preparations ready. They had their underground bunker and whatnot. And then guess what happened in the end? They weren't home to actively reap the benefits of it. Okay, the Lord set things up and comes at a time when these people are not expecting it. As a matter of fact, let's get that. Let's see what the Lord said. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. The Lord will come as a thief in the night to deliver the elect, but at the same time, the time of trouble also comes as a thief in the night. When things are gonna go. There's no here's a start date on when the thing, on December 21st, that's when all hell's gonna break loose. Absolutely not. That's not how things going. And you know what? Honestly, I have to say that I genuinely am starting to see. It's kind of like, this is me speaking as a man, Slakia. Okay, I'm not saying this as a fact, but with all the things that have been going on right now, like how people have been, even a video like this, all right, I genuinely, and also the whole Donald Trump situation and how people are panicking for how Donald Trump and Elon Musk are handling stuff. I genuinely can feel things getting closer and closer. I can feel it. It kind of feels like again, I'm not saying this as to say I have a date in mind. All right, I'm just saying in a sense of we are just that much closer to the end. Okay, please understand what I mean. Please understand what I'm saying. Okay, because I'm not saying, oh, we're about to get out of here tomorrow. No. Okay, I'm not going to say, oh, next month we're getting out of here. No, absolutely not. Okay, because what did the Lord say? 2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's how I'm feeling right now, where I feel like it's like the spiritual awareness, as well as, because Slakia, that's a very good term. That call the Spirit put the words in my mouth to say that exact thing, the spiritual awareness, because I don't feel like I know it physically. I feel like it's in my spirit to say that, like, I can sense, I can like feel it, as in like a sixth sense type of thing, where things are about to like flip out, or there's gonna be like that big thing. And the thing is, we already are ready. We're prepared. We prepare ourselves spiritually, not physically, not carnally. We're not gonna say, "Oh, go get an underground bunker, go get this down and third, whatever." Okay, we observe the signs. All right, let me get that. Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24, verse 4, and Yahawashi answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am MANASHAH, and shall deceive many, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay, so when you hear of all this bad stuff that's going on, the beginning of sorrows, everything, we are not supposed to be troubled. Okay, we're also, also get this. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are others made at them. Being a follower of YAHAWAH, we're not supposed to be saying, "Oh yeah, I don't want this world to end. I don't want the doomsday to happen. I want to keep on living here." No, we're supposed to be like, okay, yeah, YAHAWAH is making stuff pop off. He's making stuff happen, and we see that. So we praise the Lord's name when things happen, because we know we're just that much closer to the end. We're that much closer to being delivered. And I genuinely feel the growing tensions, okay? The growing tension of the end, more specifically, okay? I feel like it's like a sixth sense in a way, okay? So call for putting that spirit on me to be able to not just feel it, but also to say it in this lesson. Okay, again, this is more so just me speaking as a man. Okay, I'm not saying it to say, and I have to say this multiple times because I don't want people to act and say, I'm a false prophet. I said something that wasn't going to think, or he told me that this year that something was going to happen. No, that's not what I'm just trying to say. I'm trying to just say that I just feel the stuff that's going on. But even then, I definitely stand on what I'm saying in observing the times. All right. So continuing on, I already read this. Judges chapter 10, verse 14, go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen, let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Okay, so when things happen that's unexpected, all right, that's up to you to handle it. Okay, because you chose not to trust in Yahawadah, okay, then don't go asking the Lord for protection. Don't go asking the Lord for help. Go do that. Go do all that stuff. Go to the gods that you were serving. Go to the gods that you prayed to, that you trusted in, be it the government, astrology, or whatever other god, or the man that you were trusting in to protect you. Okay, go ask them for protection, and don't be seeking Yahawadah because you did not want to listen. Of course, there may be some people that choose to repent at the last day, but that's up to Yahawadah whether he wants to give them the spirit of repentance or not. But ultimately, for all these other people that will never repent, then go haul on those gods for protection. Go ask the government, men, and whatnot. All right. Oh yes, Lucky. I guess this is a very important thing. Let me also get this. because I believe Elder Apostle Tahar had done a lesson on this before himself. Isaiah chapter 4 from the top. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And this is the main thing. Also, let me get that as a matter of fact. Isaiah chapter 13 verse 12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. And this is in reference to the men of the Lord, because the men of the Lord are the ones that are going to be more precious and actually worthwhile, because it is through these men of the Lord that are the prophets, the proper servants of YAHAWAH, that they're going to seek comfort and a hedge of protection. Because if the Lord protects, when the Lord protects not just the men, but those that fall under the men sincerely. All right. So one of those things, would be the children. All right, and as well as the women. All right, because women and children, they fall in line under, or they're supposed to. Keyword, they're supposed to fall in line under the man. All right, and as a result of that, that's where there's going to be favor, and that's when these women are really just, like some of them, because there were some comments that he was reading, and when they were saying that it doesn't matter if a woman knows martial arts, there's still going to be a man that's going to be able to just overpower them. And that's the thing. Like, I'm not too well versed in like martial arts and stuff like that, but I do know a bit about it, where like even with certain martial arts, when you use certain martial arts that involve like rerouting certain strengths, or when you're fighting against an opponent that's stronger than you, you're still able to win. You're still able to win, but the thing about that is the fact that you still need a certain base level of strength in order to properly, do something to your opponent. Which the thing is that the gap between a man and a woman's strength is too much for it to actually make a proper difference. And on top of that, that's another thing I just remembered. These men might be souped up, not on steroids, but on freaking demons, where the demons are going to make them go even crazier and be amped up more than what they should normally be capable of. All right, there were some dudes that were fighting the cops, and he got tased multiple times and still won. He still beat multiple cops by himself after getting tased multiple times. All right, like that's the type of stuff these are the type of crazy dudes that these women are gonna have to go after if they're by themselves. All right, and it's already bad enough that they're men by themselves. All right, or maybe there are gonna be some men without demons amping them. All right. And it's just that these men, in reference to Sirach chapter 40 verse 9 and 10, it's just these men that are sent as just judgment. All right. So Psalm 118 verse 8, it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. And this is just the overall main lesson to take from this. All right. So Yahawadah, you're able to accept this lesson. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawah, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, RICANS, the elders and apostles, great millstone, above the ball, and Shalom.